student! Welcome back to your English class. My name is Teacher Camille and I will be your English teacher for today. After this session, I'm pretty sure you are now ready to talk confidently and spontaneously. So let's get started! For today's topic, let's first discuss the most essential learning competency and our learning objective. Our milk is to deliver a self-composed speech using all the needed speech conventions. At the end of this session, you are expected to: first is to define speech and each of the four main types of delivery. Second is to employ the different techniques in public speaking. How often do you get up in front of people to talk or to give your opinions or suggestions? Now, I want you to complete these thought-provoking phrases and share your insights and opinions.
Number 1, if I had one power, it would be. Number 2, if I would be a frontliner in this time of pandemic. Number 3, Parayog National High School is one of the best schools in Dinmalay because. Number 4, if I had a chance to talk to Princess Orduha, I would tell her. Number 5, online learning in this time of health crisis is challenging because.
What have you noticed in the previous activity? Have you already experienced giving a speech in front of the class or in public? How did you come up with your thoughts and ideas to complete these thought-provoking phrases? Well done! Now that you are able to compose short speeches, you are now set to explore more information about our topic for today. I know that you are capable and potential speakers. I know some of you already experienced delivering speeches such like graduation speech, newscasting, joining pageants, role-playing, and the like. Let's have the first speech style. Every time you watch beauty pageant, the most awaited part is the question and answer portion. Why? Because we want to know if these beautiful women are women of substance. But answering a question with no preparation at all requires the speaker a lot of wit and confidence. It is not easy. We may have read a lot of books and sources, but answering it with time limit is way different and difficult. So let's first then discuss impromptu speech. You give an impromptu speech when you are asked to speak on the spot, and also you do not know ahead of time that you will be speaking before a group.
What are some examples? We have meetings when you are asked to give your opinions or suggestions. Ambush interviews where journalists ask you some questions. We also have class recitations, ceremonial toast and grace before meals, and of course, question and answer portion during beauty pageants.
Moving on to the next speech style according to delivery is the extemporaneous speech. This style is very common, usually done in schools, especially during English festival or even inside the classroom. This type of speech gives you an opportunity to prepare. It is sandwiched between the memorized and impromptu delivery styles. You deliver it by referring occasionally to your outline or in your brief note cards, which may help you recall specific points and ideas.
What are some examples of extemporaneous speech? We have, first, speech about current issues in our society like the opening of classes amidst the health crisis. We also have tournaments and business presentation.
Next on the list is a manuscript speech. This is a type of speech wherein you deliver your speech from a text word for word by reading it. It is well prepared.
What are some examples? We have President's speech during SONA, graduation speech, and news reporting.
The last type of speech style is the memorized speech. It is a way of delivering speech that is recalled verbatim or word for word from a text. It is an advantage to speakers who are great in memorizing.
Here are some examples of memorized speech. We have role-playing, acknowledgement, an introduction, and last, offering thanks delivered with utmost preparation because notice is given prior to the delivery of the piece.
Now that you already know the 4 different speech styles, what do you think the different tips, points to consider, and techniques to become a great speaker? How do they move and talk? How about their facial expression? Let's now proceed and talk in details on how to deliver a self-composed speech using all the needed speech conventions.
Before you can successfully deliver a good speech, you need to consider first your vocal and nonverbal aspect of speech delivery. For vocal aspects, we have there, first is your pitch. It is the highness or lowness of a speaker's voice. Next is the volume. It refers to the relative loudness of your voice as you deliver your speech. You need to match the volume of your voice to the size of the room you are speaking in. Third, we have the enunciation. It is the pronunciation and articulation of words in your speech. Each word is composed of syllables, which are the little parts of each word that combine together to make a particular sound. We also need to make pauses. There are intended silence during a speech. We naturally pause at the end of sentences and at the end of a thought. Lastly is the fluency. It talks about the smoothness of your vocal delivery. It is the flow of your words in the delivery of your speech. We also have the non-verbal aspect of speech delivery. First on the list are the gestures. These are the movements of the speaker's head, arms, and hands. Second is the facial expression, which refers to the movements of the eyes, mouth, and chin. Next, the eye contact. Remember, do not focus on only one member of the audience. Distribute your glances. The fourth one is personal appearance. You should be comfortable knowing that you look good. Apply the golden rule. You must dress appropriately for this situation. The last aspect is the movement, where the speaker's entire body moves. Do not let yourself be trapped behind a podium or in one area. A great speaker moves around the room as he talks to the audience.
When such situation arises, do not panic. Just relax because no one expects you to deliver a perfect speech. Alright, I hope you learned a lot today. This has been Teacher Camille. Have